Welcome to Amity Chats.
All right, welcome to episode 2. We made it.
Welcome.
Welcome back, everyone.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening to episode 1, because I know you did.
And
Yeah.
if you didn't, you should now.
Yeah, go check it out. We're on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, Google Play Store Music, whatever it is. We're on all the things. So go find us.
And if you did listen to the end, shame on you because we told you to turn it off.
Oh, that's so true. So true.
But you came back.
All right, so we're gonna do some of the same stuff we did the first time and a couple of new things. So we're gonna jump in with a quick what have we been up to? So we'll round the robin and everybody can sort of give a quick little update what you've been up to past couple of weeks, or maybe something notable that's coming up.
Well, I've been trying to prepare for our little girl's first birthday party, and let me tell you something. I have I'll say Lyle and I have 2 boys, and our 3rd child was a girl, and there's something about this girl birthday party that is giving me all kinds of anxious feelings because I just need it to be perfect, and I've changed the theme 27 times. And it's like in 2 weeks, and I don't have a solid plan.
I already know it's gonna be perfect because I've been to every birthday party you've thrown for your other two, and they're always fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. And Claire's gonna be beautiful.
We took a little trip to Texas over the weekend
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to see my friend's baby turn 1, and she did a wonderful birthday party for her little girl.
What was her theme?
It was wild one, but not like jungle animals, like flowers,
Okay.
like wildflowers. It was very cute and very nicely done.
Nice.
And they had a little foam, like, play area for kids 3 and under, which, I mean, like, Oliver was in there too. So he broke the rules.
Yeah, they said the bigger kids could go in. Just I told him not to jump on anything.
Yeah, 'cause they had, like, a toddler bounce house.
And a ball
Anyway,
pit.
yeah, Claire had the time of her life in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What have you been up to, Toby?
Oh, let's see. Well, I celebrated a birthday recently, so we had a little dinner where Aaron and Lyle live. My family came, their family came, which is basically my family as well. And that was nice, super nice. So we did that, and we played some games because I spent the weekend.
I was right 57 times.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that part.
We do.
Yes, Aaron was right on a lot of things that Lyle and I thought we were right on.
Way more times than I'm comfortable with in one weekend.
Yeah, same, bruh, same. But we're gonna give it to you. Good job. Let's see. This past weekend, I visited some ex-coworkers of mine. It's a married couple that both used to work where I work. They need some help with something on their TV, so I went visit and helped them with that. They recently moved to a new house, so I went find where they live, and it was nice to catch up with them. This weekend was kind of chill. Had lunch with my grandpa, which is always good. Pa's a great cook. I went to Sam's this weekend, do some shopping. Oh, I found a deal on some smart lights, but they're the lights that go where your recess lights go in your house. So I bought
Oh.
I bought a set of 4 and I upgraded the lighting in my master bedroom. So they're all smart lights now, and of course my lamps are smart lights. It's kind
Yeah.
of
So we
cool.
can tell them to turn on and off next time we visit.
If you
Yeah.
know the key phrase, you can.
Toby's house is a smart house. It's like that movie where the house takes over and
Yeah,
destroys their life.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
What about you, Lyle? I assume you've been tagging along with the wifey.
Yeah, I did all those things y'all said. I was at your birthday.
Mhm.
You are extremely old now. We played a bunch of board games that weekend, like you said. We played Machi Koro, which you said was your favorite, so I made sure
That's
to pull
right.
that down, and it
Oh,
was a
Aaron lost so bad.
miserable experience for him. It was fine for us,
No.
but it was horrible for her. And then we played Maximum Apocalypse with your cousins, and we won. We played Phase 10 with Aaron's parents, which her mom won. We
Yeah,
played Small World.
I had
which-
literal tears coming out my eyes in Phase 10.
Oh yeah, she was very upset.
It
Small
was
World.
quite a competitive game. Sorry. Continue.
Aaron always wants to play it, so I dragged that one out, and that was a good time. I won that one, and then we played Legendary Encounters Aliens, which is based on all the Alien movies, and we did the one themed around the first movie, and we won.
I
We
liked that
killed
game.
the alien, jettisoned it out of the airlock, and had a great old time. No one died.
Yeah, that was fun. We need to play that again, the next one.
And then let's see. Oliver and I have been playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on our streams together for 16 sessions.
Oh, wow.
And we finally beat it
Oh, nice.
last Friday, and it was great and glorious, and he was excited, and I'm excited, and I'm excited to play our next game.
What's next? Can
And
you say?
I just want to say real quick, I would like to interrupt. I was in here when they beat the game, and he stood up on his chair and double dabbed.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
That
he was
dude.
So next we're going to play the plan is to play like a short game and then a long game
Okay.
and just kind of break them up that way. So we're going to play a game called River City Ransom, which was on the NES. And it's like a beat 'em up game, like the old Ninja Turtles games and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, we're going to play Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2.
Is it kind of like a left to right screen kind of scroll through, or is it that's how
Yes.
it is? Okay,
Yep.
cool.
But it's not like the Ninja Turtles games or like the Power Rangers games were like linear. So like you start and you beat up everyone on that screen, and then you walk to the right, and then you beat up everyone on that screen. But this one you can go back and forth, and you get money from the bad guys. You can go buy upgrades for your characters and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Then we went on that trip to Texas, which was fun, except on the way over there, it was pouring down rain like crazy, and Texas is construction heaven, so it was miserable, and it took us like 6 hours to get there. And Claire has learned how to yell and scream, and so she was just screaming her little head off in the back seat
Yeah.
while we were driving along, just not because she's mad or feeling bad or tired or anything, just because she wants to be noisy. And finally, I started a new book because I chaperoned Oliver's field trip. We went over to some museums and stuff for the kids and an aquarium in Baton Rouge. And I couldn't bring any games on the bus because the kids couldn't bring games. So I started a new book finally.
Which
It's been a little
is
while. It's called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And a bunch of people were saying they really like it, and it was like on all these shows and stuff. So my mom saw it and got it for me for my birthday last year. And a friend of mine recently read it, and she did not like it. I don't know how we're going to go yet, but early on, I got to say the main character is very unlikable, which is not a great sign. And it kind of gives me Ready Player One vibes, which for anyone who knows me, I hated Ready Player One, the book. I have not seen the movie yet, but the book, I hated it so much.
I loved that movie.
Yeah,
Really.
I want to see the movie because I feel like it's going to have like some of the same problems, but it'll at least like it'll be better, I think, to see like a random pop culture thing on my TV instead of having the narrator describe to me the pop culture thing and how he's the only one who knows what it is because he's just way smarter than everyone else in the room, in any room ever. And so that was just insufferable the whole time I read that book. And but just seeing it, I'll be like, oh, I like that thing. So I still want to watch the movie, even though I hated the book. I like literally read that book just so I could justify my ranting about it later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's was my 2 weeks. That was
Nice. Well, sounds like we've all been busy and doing some fun stuff. Okay, so next we're gonna move to playing a game together because, as we just told you guys, we love to play games. We thought, let's play a game on the podcast. So
Yeah.
one of the games we like to play when we're just sitting around is a good old 20 questions. So we're
I'm
gonna
awful at
each.
this. The preemptive disclaimer.
And we actually don't ever play it in the same room together.
It's true, yeah.
This is always
Yeah, y'all play on the phone or on. We used to do it on Google Hangouts.
Yeah,
it's
in Discord.
exclusively a text game. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do 20 questions. You're going to well, I think we should pick um a category, like let the other two know what category you're in, right? And then we just start firing 20 questions.
Sounds good to me.
Now we're gonna do 20 questions collectively, not individually.
Correct.
Yes. Yep.
Let's all touch the finger thing on my phone to see who goes first.
It's gonna be you, so just
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
Toby has an app that everyone touches it, and then after a couple seconds, it will randomly select one of the touch points to choose like a first player for a game or something like that. And we swear it's got to be 80 to 90% of the time it picks him.
convinced it's an app he created.
I wish I could take credit. It is kind of funny though. Yeah, so it doesn't matter to me who goes first. I do have one though.
Well, go.
All
Go for
right. Okay, well, I will say what are the top categories? Do we have 3-4 categories we're gonna stick to, or do I just make one up?
Nah,
Make
just
it up.
make one
Just
up.
make it up? Okay. I'm just gonna say this is a thing. That's the
Thing?
category. It's a thing. Yeah.
Wow, what a broad category.
Can you eat it?
No. I'm gonna keep track of your questions here, the
That's
number that you ask, unless you're already doing that.
I'm not.
All right.
We'll alternate. You can have a go.
Is it black?
No.
That's so specific. Like,
Well, you said you weren't good at it. Maybe
I'm-
you found someone that's worse.
I'm not. Okay. Does it have a strong odor?
I suppose it could.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh
Is
my
it something you can wear?
No.
Do we get clues? Just asking.
Let's say once you get down to
10
5
questions and
or
then
10.
5 questions.
Yeah, okay. 10 questions first clue, 5 questions second clue.
Okay.
You're on question 16.
Okay.
Okay. Is it in your house?
No.
That's a strong no.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
strong now.
Is it alive?
No.
Damn. I thought I had your number.
That's a good question.
So it might have a strong odor. You shouldn't eat it though. Do you light it on fire?
No.
What the fuck? I literally don't know what direction to go in here. It's a thing.
It's not black.
It's not black.
You shouldn't eat it.
You can't light it on fire. Or you don't light it on fire.
Yes, and it could have a strong odor.
He supposes it could. And it's definitely not in his house.
Is it something that is used in a sport?
No.
What are we on?
11.
The one that's really getting me is it's not in his house.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything you wear. Is it often found in a workplace?
No.
Oh my God, I'm getting so mad.
And we
All
know
right.
for sure it's not something you wear.
Correct.
That was one of my questions.
that was question 10. So you guys are due a clue.
Please.
The clue is it is something you would typically use solo.
Okay.
Okay. You might have to Google something here, but does it
I love it so much.
does it
Oh, gosh.
resemble the commemorative popcorn bucket for Dune 2?
Oh, so let me Google that. Commemorative popcorn bucket. Dune 2?
I have to look that up
Uh-huh.
too.
Images. Oh, no.
Everyone's Googling.
Yep.
No.
Google at your own risk.
Some of my friends already know.
Ew.
Is it dishwasher safe?
Yeah.
That was quick.
What? Is it a lawnmower?
No. And technically, that could be black.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know why that hit my brain. Sorry, that was so specific.
Is it a barbecue pit?
No. All right.
We're going off course.
Question 5. The clue is this particular one is glass.
Jesus. Let's run it back. It's not black. It's not in his house. It is dishwasher safe. It could be used for fun.
It might have an odor. It does not use in sports. You should not eat it,
You
nor
can't
light it
wear
on
it
fire.
or wear it. Oh my gosh, I hate this so much.
See, I'm out of ideas, so I'm just going to be guessing things here on out.
Yeah, go for it.
But it's Aaron's turn, so.
Oh.
And this particular one is glass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that.
Is it a vase?
No. 4 questions left.
Look, we're all thinking it. Is it a dildo?
Yes. Good job, Lyle. You guessed
really?
it. Yeah.
Let's go, baby!
Oh my gosh.
I was like, if you wouldn't have reminded me that it was glass, I was going to guess one of those rubber horse head masks.
Now think about the things you guys were saying.
Oh yeah, I know. I started leaning into that, hoping that we would get there at some point, and we did. So I'm better than this at Aaron. Get wrecked, nerd.
Well, not really. I was laughing so hard because I thought for sure he wouldn't go in that direction.
Hey,
But I
Wow.
did.
he's
But
40
I did.
now.
Things get crazy. All right. Good job. You guessed it. You've defeated me.
Oh baby, I'm like the Akinator.
The Akinator. What a great app.
I beat that dude.
Do you remember what the clue was?
Obscure anime characters. That's how I always win.
Oh, for the Akinator, it was Mr. Donovan from
Oh yeah.
oh my god, the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Yeah, but some of the
Oh,
questions he was
yeah.
asking, you were like, I don't remember. I'm not sure.
That's not true.
Hmm.
That's
We need
not
to
true.
we need to. I've never watched that movie, by the way.
Same.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, clearly I'm hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Bye.
So whenever you get to pick a movie, maybe
Yeah.
that's your movie.
Yeah. Okay, Lyle, you won.
Yeah.
You go.
Okay. My clue is a character.
Okay.
I did not pick something that like y'all would definitely not know. So
Okay, thank you. Is it animated?
sometimes.
Great.
Is it Spider-Man?
Oh my gosh, that would be
No.
so awesome. Is it on a show your kids currently watch?
No.
Okay. That eliminates a lot.
Is it regularly found in movies? Like instead of TV shows?
How am I supposed to answer? Is it just yes or no?
Yes.
Supposed to be yes or no, if possible.
Is it regularly found in movies instead of TV shows? I will say yes.
Oh. Is it a character part of the DC universe?
No.
Is it
Okay.
part of the Marvel universe?
No. I don't think
Wow.
so to either one of these.
Okay, double check
Wow.
while we think. Is it a human?
No.
Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions. Sometimes animated, not Spider-Man. Your kids don't watch it. More in movies than TV. Not in DC, not in Marvel, not human.
Is it a superhero of any kind?
Good
No.
question. Okay. Is it an animal?
No.
Not human, not an animal. Not a superhero.
Is it female?
No.
Oh.
Oops. Wait. What was
Oh.
the question before
Animal.
is it human?
Superhero.
Oh, superhero. I accidentally I was been kind of like taking quick notes of what y'all are asking, and instead of writing superhero, I wrote no.
Oh, okay. That was the 10th question.
Okay. First clue. My character can fly.
Oh, well, we don't know. Maybe it's non-gendered. Supposedly a male, non-human, non-superhero, non-animal that can fly.
And is sometimes animated, sometimes not.
Right. It's me. Is it robotic?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Peter Pan?
Well, that's human.
No, that's a human. I'll let you have a different question. A quick addendum.
Mm-hmm.
I will say when I say sometimes animated, sometimes not, I mean it
Yeah.
appears in live action movies and animated features, but may be like CGI or something.
Okay.
Wow, that was too much information.
That's okay.
You're canceling the question I just asked?
The Peter Pan one, yeah, because you already asked if it was human, so
Okay. Is it popular in Disney?
no.
Okay. Well, that ruins that.
Man. Um.
So it's not the genie.
mm, mm,
Not human, not an animal.
Not superhero. Not
Did he
female.
say if it was a cyborg or not?
Well, I asked robotic,
He asked if it was robotic.
which
would
I
have
think would
included
be
a cyborg in that.
yeah.
And what did you say?
I said no, it's not. I'm not that pedantic.
Let me think.
You know what Zach Wilde says? If you're thinking, you're stinking.
At least I don't smell like a glass dildo.
Yikes.
I'm so glad I asked if it was dishwasher safe. All right, continue.
Okay. You said it's not female.
Yes.
So is it specifically male?
Not specifically, no.
Oh, wow.
I would say it is, but I don't think that's ever specifically like addressed.
Hmm.
All right, Aaron.
I almost wrote down what it was, but I realized I'm taking my notes in a spreadsheet that y'all have access to.
Oh, let me go sign in.
um,
This would be question 14.
I have 7 left.
Let me recap for us. Okay. Sometimes animated because it does appear in live action. It's not Spider-Man. Your kids don't watch it. It's in movies probably more often than it's in TV. It's not in DC universe. It's not in Marvel universe. It's a non-human. It's not a superhero. It's not an animal. It's neither female nor male, although it would most likely identify male, Lyle thinks. It can fly. It's not robotic. It's not in Disney. And that's all we got. What in the world?
I'm so proud of myself right now. Just want y'all to know that.
Did you just think of this on the spot today, or you had been rolling this
Oh yeah,
around your
no,
noggin?
yeah. Literally, I didn't know I was going to have a turn, and I made it up right then.
All right, Aaron, I think it's on you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to ask. Is it a character from Fern Gully?
No,
It would clearly be male or female.
I love the confidence and the reference though.
Aren't they making a movie? A movie out of that?
They already
Like a-
did. It's called Avatar.
Oh, gosh. No, for real, though. Is that not a thing?
I don't know.
I thought I
I
saw
I
don't
that
have
know.
somewhere.
seen things on Facebook,
Yeah,
but I don't know how true it is, and I was too lazy to go research it.
same. All right. Question 15 to me. Does this character wear clothes?
No.
Ooh. Wait, never mind.
Oh, I think we are due a clue now.
Yeah, probably so. Okay. This character is/was associated with a popular song.
Is it the Purple People Eater?
No.
That's your question.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't even know if it was my turn.
It was.
Okay, cool.
3 questions left. Okay. Sometimes animated. Your kids don't watch it. In movies more than TV. Not
Yep.
human. Not superhero. Not animal. Not female or male. Can fly. Associated with a popular song. Doesn't wear clothes. Still don't know what the hell this thing is.
Okay, Purple People Eater was a good freaking guess.
Yeah, I'm not dissing it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that was really your question. Fly, man. Okay, let's try this. Is this character smaller than your cat?
Um,
Ooh, okay, so it must be close to the size of a cat, Aaron.
I wouldn't say that. I just had to double check my knowledge base.
So not smaller than a cat.
No.
Okay, we have to recap.
It is not generally animated. Like it's not an animated from an animated property. It's not Spider-Man. It is not in a show my kids currently watch. It is mostly found in movies, not DC, not Marvel, not human, not a superhero, not an animal, not female. It can fly. It is not robotic. It is not popular in Disney. It is not specifically male, although I would associate it as such. It is not from Fern Gully. Hint, it is associated with a popular song. It does not wear clothes. It is not the flying purple people eater. It is not smaller than a cat.
This is stumping me. Is it a glass dildo? Just kidding.
It's associated. Man, that would be a big dildo. It's associated with a song, a popular song at that.
Right, right. That's a big clue. Be nice to know what decade that song was in.
Diesel Driving Academy.
It would be nice to know, wouldn't it? You'll know soon enough, one way or the other.
He would know
Yeah.
more decades than us.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
Did
I'm looking for 2 people to do a podcast with me if anyone listening is interested.
you? um, I literally don't know what to ask next.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like I'm running out. Oh, well, ask if it has wings.
Oh, excuse me. I got this question from an undisclosed location.
Okay.
Does it have wings?
No.
I'm leaving that in.
Okay.
So it doesn't have wings, so it flies some other way. Magic, probably.
That is correct. It does fly some other way.
Last question?
No. Well, you get a question and then a guess.
Yeah, we can guess what it is, but as if we have a freaking clue.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm feeling powerful right now.
I feel like we should get a third clue, like just because you feel sorry for us.
You get one more question and then I'll give you a clue and then you get a final
a
guess.
final guess. Okay, each.
What?
Okay.
No, that the questions are cumulative, not individual. We already discussed this. It's in the rules.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
He said you get a guess each. No. That would be 2 questions. You only get one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Does this character have a face?
Yes. Okay, now I have to give you a clue.
I mean, that would be nice. One that would
And then-
help us.
And then y'all can discuss amongst yourselves, but then Aaron gets to make the final guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Third and final clue, because y'all are desperate sweet little babies. Let's see. What's a good clue here? It often makes a mess wherever it goes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for real. This is some bullshit.
I feel like I grabbed this kind of right out of the ether, but I also feel like this was a fair thing for me to use.
Oh,
So
Lord.
that's
if
like
he's justifying it, look out.
That's a bonus hint.
I don't know, Aaron. I wish I had something to throw at you. I don't know. It ain't human or an animal, but it got a face.
Yeah.
Like,
It is
And
not
it's
smaller than a cat.
someone wrote a song about it.
yeah, for real.
Not about it specifically. It is associated with a popular song.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was not thinking of it that way. But okay.
That
That's
ruins
my
the whole
bad.
thing. Then we should just throw this whole section out.
Come on, get out of here. Get out of here.
What does the fox say?
Ding a ding a ding a ding ding.
I'm trying to think of songs.
I have no idea.
Yeah, can we give up? We could give up.
It's the brave little toaster.
Oh, you know what's so crazy? I thought of that a second ago. Oh, funny.
Nope, it is not the brave little toaster.
All right, real quick, before you tell us the answer, tell us what decade or even the year, if you know, the popular song was in. Not that that's gonna be a surefire clue.
It is from the year 1984. I knew it was from the 80s. You said
that was a great year, you guys. Great
yeah.
year.
Yeah, it's the same age as you.
Oh, man.
What a happy accident that was.
I don't know. Okay, I'm ready to hear it because I give up. I'm stumped.
My character is Slimer from the Ghostbusters.
Oh, my goodness.
I never would have got there.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good.
Thank you. And I have the Ghostbusters board game instruction manual on the table right next to me.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are probably going to play that as our next campaign game.
Right.
Also, I just want to take a second.
Okay, take a second. Just sit right there.
Speaking of the weekend when Toby was here, this is something that I forgot to mention.
Okay.
When we were discussing what happened in the past 2 weeks. We played a little game right before my parents left. Toby wrote down a number between 1 and 100. I took one guess, and I guessed the number.
Yeah, and he said he would
Exactly.
send her $25 too.
Oh, you sure did.
Was it 25 or was it more? I feel like it was more.
I feel like it was 1,000.
I should have never opened that can of worms. Yeah, it was so crazy. randomly just wrote a number on the whiteboard and bam. Didn't even think about it. That's why we're best friends.
Yep. Okay, moving on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Your turn, Aaron.
Okay, person.
A person.
I'm
Wow,
not keeping track because I'm being old and I'm also crocheting, so
I
don't have
am.
hands.
I think Lyle is too. So
I won't if you are. I was just doing mine.
yeah, I'm gonna keep track over here. Okay. So person, you can go first.
Okay. Is this person from the Old West?
No.
Okay.
Wow, the fact that you have to think about that. Interesting.
I don't think so.
Is this a male?
Yes.
Are they a superhero?
No.
Is this a fictional person?
No.
Okay, so a real person.
I think the answer to your previous question, Lyle, might be yes.
The Old West?
I don't know. I'm getting mixed reviews.
Okay. That's
So
fair
that's a
enough.
maybe.
Interesting. Gee, you thought that was a wacky first question.
I did. I'm not gonna lie.
You see where my brain is functioning.
Yeah, in Slimerville.
I'm firing on all cylinders. Okay. Does your character wear a hat?
First of all, I said it's a person, not a character.
Does your person wear a hat?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It's a real person.
Who sometimes wears a hat, is a male, and
Yeah.
maybe is from the Old West.
Which, if it's real, see, I was thinking like maybe movie star or something like that, which I guess is technically still possible. But does Aaron know movie stars from the Old West? I
You
don't
keep
think.
your judgment tone to yourself.
Since
No,
she
I'm
actively
just.
dislikes westerns, even though I keep trying to force her on into
No,
them.
no. That's not what I'm saying. That would be a fictional character. If it was an actor who played a character in a movie, in an Old West movie, that's different than being from the Old West.
I see what you're saying there.
I don't know if she knows people from the Old West, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But it's a real person, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm thinking not an actor.
I just want to remind you guys, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
I got mixed reviews.
Okay.
Well, then I'm just going to ask, is this an actor?
No.
Trusted the gut.
Okay, that eliminates one of my questions. Has your character been portrayed in a movie?
Yes.
Good question.
So not an actor, but has been acted.
Yes.
Is this person a villain?
No.
Is your character often associated with horses?
I would say no.
Okay.
Is this person alive?
No.
Okay. Clue time.
Yes.
Ooh, Lord. You just asked like my clue.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. This person was born in 1809.
Oh my God. Maybe she does know someone from the Old West. Let's recap. From the Old West, maybe. Male, not a superhero, a real person. Sometimes wears a hat, because 1809. Is this an actor? No. Has been portrayed in a movie. He was or is not a villain type person. Not necessarily associated with horses, and of course, being born in 1809, he is dead.
Yeah.
Who am
Was
I?
your person assassinated?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Is it Mr. Lincoln?
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Good job.
Oh,
11. So it took us 11 questions.
I'm the best. 20
Lyle officially wins 20 questions. You may pick up your trophy at the next meeting.
I'm dabbing right now.
He is. I can confirm.
I actually stopped, but then I did it again.
So I thought I should mention this. Another game we like to play. Me and Aaron invented this game. Lyle joins in every now and then. but when we're all at work and have a little downtime, we find pictures of celebrities and then we screen grab like a section of their face, like an eye, an upper lip, a nose, and we paste that in the chat window. And then we just go clip by clip, sending different pieces of this person, this famous person, until the other one can guess who it is.
Mm-hmm. And someone, I believe, gave us, unless we got this like randomly at like a discount store or something, a set of
I
coasters.
think your mom gave it to us.
A set of coasters that you clip onto your nose, and they're like cardboard coasters, and they have a face, like a mouth printed on them. And you're supposed to put it on and look at your friends, and they're trying to guess who it is. And this bullshit game had, I believe, 40 faces.
Yeah.
And 0 of the names printed anywhere in the box, in the packaging.
Could not verify.
There are no answers. Some of them are pretty clear, and we figured them out fairly easily. And there was like 2 or 3 of them that we had to do a forensic investigation on the internet to figure out who these people were.
We still don't know who one of them is.
That's right.
Correct.
That's
and
right.
It is so upsetting to not know.
We need to put on blast the maker of this game for such a terrible.
Like, how do you not include who they are?
For real. That's
anyway.
game making 101, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to also say that who's the best at that game we play?
Oh,
Me.
Aaron is.
Oh, not me. For sure, not me.
I'm second best, but I struggle.
I feel like I'm pretty good at picking people, but I'm not good at guessing.
Yeah. Anyway, it's such a fun game that we do. Okay. Well, that was 20 questions. Now it's time for non-conspiracy theory. This is what we explained in our last podcast. If you want to know what a non-conspiracy theory is, go listen to episode 1, somewhere around the middle. Well, we're going to put a random, we're going to pose a random question, and we're going to all give our theory on our conspiracy theory on why that question is or isn't, or whatever the question might be. So I came up with this question at the end of our last podcast when we were chatting. And the question we're going to be conspiracy theorizing is, why is E, the letter E, not a letter grade that you can get in school? You can get an A, B, C, D, and an F, but you can't get an E. Why? What's the conspiracy? Who wants to go first?
I feel like I'm going to go first because I think we haven't discussed what our theories are, but we have discussed that we think mine may be the most simple-minded.
Okay, well, let's hear why is E not a letter you can get in school?
Okay. Obviously, because there's no bad words for the letter E that describes your performance in something.
Really?
So I'm going to go with this. Let me just give you a rundown of what I have.
Yeah,
A is for awesome, obviously.
Oh. Okay.
B is for better than C. Duh. C is for crap. D is for dumb. F is for failed.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And E, there's nothing.
No. I mean, there's evil, but that describes like the type of person you are.
Yeah.
You think there's nothing, but
there's something.
I have some news for you.
Uh-oh.
But I'll wait my turn. You can finish your theory out first.
That's it. That's my theory.
So E is not a letter you can get in school because there's no qualitative word that E could be used to describe your grade.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be worse than dumb, but better than failed.
Failed, right.
Gotcha.
Okay. I wish I could poke a hole in that theory, but I can't think of one. Lyle, you got one?
That seems like a reasonable conjecture, but I feel like I may be much closer to the truth.
I think I am.
I don't know. I just thought of a word that could work.
I'll tell you what. Let me go.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you the word that I just thought of that could work for E? Embarrassment.
That's a good one.
That's great.
So I just debunked my own theory
Okay, so you're out.
in a
Hey.
matter of seconds.
It's a shame. This is like when the flat earthers see like the curved Earth, and they're like,
All right, so my conspiracy theory, my non-conspiracy theory of why E's not a letter grade you can get in school is this. So they did not include the letter E in the possible choices because they thought that whatever color ink or lead you would use to mark that grade down on the paper, on the report card, it would possibly match the color of the horizontal line it's written on, making it too difficult to distinguish between an E and an F. So, because the top of the letter is exactly the same, the only thing that differentiates them is a small horizontal line on the bottom of the E.
I see. Now this is
Yes. So they decided
I
to
mean,
keep F rather than E because F obviously stood for fail.
if you grade everything on lined and ruled paper,
It's pretty common that grades are in a table. If you think back to report cards.
I guess, but like, I don't know. Ours didn't have a table.
it did. It was like it almost looked like a printed out spreadsheet, like with the different
Yeah.
like shaded
You're
lines.
wrong.
Am I?
You are.
I could be.
Ours were like on a dot matrix printer.
I'm not bullish on this.
Okay, yeah, because you're so old. That's what they did back in that decade.
You fired. You fired. That's my non-conspiracy theory.
Now, see, this
That's
is
a
a theory-
great theory. I still need to hear more evidence on that for me to
To
roll
buy
with
it.
that.
Okay.
This is a theory that I could get behind, except I've uncovered the real truth.
Let's hear.
The deep darkness.
Are you saying you Googled this beforehand?
Oh no, I did not Google this beforehand.
Oh, the
I
restraint that I had to put in place to not
I
do
will
it.
say that I kept my notes in a chat with myself on Discord that I call podcast notes.
Mhm.
And I had to send myself 3 separate messages between this and the top 3 cartoons because I typed so much. Okay. So, why is E not a letter grade you can get in school? As we all know, the letter grading system was first adopted in 1897, with all plans in place to pursue an A, B, C, D, E scale. Amazing work, better than average, see me after class, dunce, and of course, egad, I do not want you to repeat this class, so I will be contacting your parents and expect an improvement of effort forthwith. However, this was also a time when traveling circuses were at their peak.
Right.
The American fascination with oddities, acrobats, and above all, exotic beasts from foreign lands was at an all-time high. Chief amongst those animals were the ferocious lions and the kind and mighty elephants. The presence of elephants in pop culture was so pervasive that facts and lore were bandied about constantly. Their tusks are actually teeth. They eat constantly. They can communicate through the vibrations of the earth. But above all else, an elephant never forgets. Students everywhere began striving for an E grade because they wanted to be just like the heroic elephants they saw at the circus and in their picture book.
Oh my god.
Teachers were maddened by their students intentionally answering every question wrong as the truest example that they remembered the material so well that they wouldn't even accidentally pick a correct answer. And thus, the E had to be abandoned and F taken up in its place. It was the perfect replacement, both because it was simply the next letter, as well as reminding the students who were putting in the effort to attend school that they were trying to escape from the farm life into something newer and brighter, like an elephant trainer, perhaps. Besides, fail and failure actually turned out to roll off the tongue a bit better than egad, I do not want you to repeat this class, so I'll be contacting your parents and expect an improvement of effort forthwith. And that, my friends, is why E is not.
Let's give Lyle a round of applause.
Oh my god.
What in the world?
Okay, from here on out, first of all, you can't answer like we do ever. You have to answer like this.
That's right.
So you will now have homework every single time. You have to write an essay every single time. Congratulations to you. Secondly, write a fucking novel, please.
That's okay. I had so much fun. It was a blast. So the only thing I Googled was what year was the letter grading system adopted?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to know that too for
It's
context.
It was 1897.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's legit.
Mm-hmm. I also I
Interesting.
had to double check some of those elephant facts. I was pretty sure that they eat all the time, but I wasn't positive.
Yeah,
Egad?
that's interesting.
Egad.
Who's Egad?
Egad. It's an exclamation like, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Egad. I do not want you to repeat this class, so I will be contacting your parents and expect an improvement of effort forthwith.
Forthwith, you guys. Forthwith.
Well, hell, that's gotta be the
Yeah, I'm having a hard
correct
time not
answer.
jumping on that bandwagon.
I know.
I told you, I uncovered the deep truth.
All right,
You did.
so I am dying to know what the real answer is. What we're going to do is we're going to research this at some point between this podcast and the next one. We're going to tell you guys in the next episode what the real answer is, if we could find it. Assuming we can with this particular question.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah. So look forward for that. All right. Aaron, tell us something we don't know in this episode's Did You Know?
You got it. Did you know that Einstein's brain was stolen when he died?
No.
Do we know who stole it?
We do know. Albert Einstein passed away on April 18th, 1955, and he left behind specific instructions. He didn't want his body to be worshipped or his brain to be studied, so he wished it to be cremated. But the pathologist who was on call when he died, Thomas Harvey, didn't follow the rules, and he stole Einstein's brain.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
That's interesting.
I know.
I never heard that before.
See, I knew Tom Hardy was too good looking to not be a time traveler.
Tom Harvey.
Yeah, but he just slightly changed his name so he could get by. Like,
Oh, okay.
this is like Charlie Sheen playing a Charlie and everything.
I just wanted to let you know that seems like something you get in trouble for, right?
Stealing a brain, yeah.
Stealing a body part?
Against the wishes of the dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guess what?
He did not
His
get in
family
trouble.
found out. They didn't press charges.
Oh, wow.
And they let the man keep the brain in 2 jars in his basement.
Wow.
So somewhere, somehow, there's probably a basement with Einstein's brain in it.
A basement brain jar, just like in
Basement,
Captain
yeah.
America.
I did not do any further research to find that out, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought this was interesting enough.
follow-up fun fact, Frankie Einstein, Dr. Frankie Einstein used Einstein's brain to make his monster.
Oh, okay.
Frank Einstein, get it?
I get it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, okay. Good job. I didn't know that. Interesting
Yeah.
fact.
Today I learned.
Okay, last section of the podcast before we close out with you guys is our top 3 lists. And this episode's category is cartoons. What are your top 3 cartoons?
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna like go in depth and write this much every time, but I feel like it was my topic.
Okay.
So I'm into it.
All right.
I went deep.
Do you want to go last then?
I just want to go after Aaron is all I care about.
Okay. I'll do my honorable mention first. My honorable mention, because it was a close tie for third place, was the Smurfs. We watched the Smurfs a lot as kids for some reason. My grandparents had a set-top box, and that cartoon played on whatever network they were catching on that.
What is a set-top box?
That's what they used to be. That's what they were called back in the day.
That's what look. I gotta back Toby up on this one. That's just what like a cable box or a satellite
It
box
is.
is called.
Yeah.
Like when I installed TVs and stuff, that's what
Like it wasn't over the air antenna. It was a box that it
was a
came
cable
in.
box.
Cable box.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Smurfs. My third place is the show from Nickelodeon, Rugrats.
Nice.
We watched some Rugrats when we were kids.
Can you sing the theme song?
I don't remember the if there were lyrics, but it was da 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 da
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
da 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 da, and it would go.
The splat, yeah.
That's what
The
I remember.
Nickelodeon specialty of splat.
So Rugrats is my number 3. My number 2, which I used to really like this show. It was hard to decide between this or 1, but my number 2 is the show Doug, also from Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
I love Doug and Patty Mayonnaise.
You can tell we grew up in different ways.
Yeah. And my number 1 is some good old-fashioned Looney Tunes. The Bugs Bunnies, the Roadrunner, and the Coyote, and the Porky Pigs, and the Daffy Ducks, and all those guys, those old cartoons. We used to watch those getting ready for school in the morning, and it just takes me back.
But not Tiny Toons, right? Because you were like in high school by the time that came out.
Not Tiny Toons. Nope, that was way after I was watching cartoons.
Okay, but a quick side. I think we should do top 3 Looney Tune characters as a
Okay,
list.
we could do that at some point. I like that.
Yeah, like not next time, but
Yeah,
in
yeah.
future.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not your turn to choose.
So yeah, I went to YouTube and looked up some old episodes, and it was so nostalgic and fun. I hadn't seen that in years.
Would it be too much for me to say that your mom hasn't seen that in years?
It would be.
Okay.
Rhonda. All right, that's my list.
All right, I like it. I feel good about your list.
Okay, mine's a little bit more detailed, and oh Lord, we might just be copying.
Oh,
Oh,
All
really?
right. So I have 2 lists. All right. Top 3 cartoons that I liked watching growing up. 3, Looney Tunes.
Hmm.
Just like you said, so many. And all of the ones you mentioned before, obviously.
yep.
Okay, number 2, Inspector Gadget.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I love that show.
That dude could go gadget anything.
Anything. Go gadget, glass dildo. Bam.
You beat me to the joke.
Half man, half cyborg, intelligent niece named Penny.
Oh yeah. Wait, who was the villain?
Dr. Claw. Dr. Claw.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I gotta go watch some Inspector
And
Gadget.
fun
You're
fact,
taking me back.
do you know that you never saw Dr. Claw's face? Just
Oh yeah, I remember
hands
that. I remember that.
And the cat.
and his TV screen.
Yeah.
Number 1, Doug. The Funnies, Skeeter, Patty Mayonnaise, and
Eater.
Pork Chop.
Wait, what was the monster in the swampy bog?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember? Oh man, there's an episode, or it was a recurring thing. There was like a monster in the swamp. Dang, somebody's listening and yelling at me.
I don't know. I didn't watch Nickelodeon.
But
I'm gonna Google it.
so, like, the
Okay.
reason why this is my favorite show that I watched, it just hit at the perfect time in my life. It ran, I did a little bit of research. It ran from 1991 to 1999, and I was like 5 to 13 at that time. And like it touched on things like crushes, trying to fit in, friendship, self-esteem, bullying. It was just like the perfect time for me. And then like the best parts for me was his like when because you know he narrated the show like from his journal entries. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And like
Mhm.
most of the, Quail Man,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which like his costume was epic. It was just what he always wore, plus a belt
Yep.
that hung low, underwear over his shorts, a cape, and a big Q on
Didn't he put the belt
his.
on his
Yeah.
head so that it looked like the little whale
He
thing?
did.
Yeah,
Like a feather.
yeah, like he would tie the belt around his head, and then like it would go up, and then like hang down
Right.
in the
like a couple
front.
of bits.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so moving on. My second list.
Oh wait, before you move on from Doug, I looked it
Okay.
up. The swamp monster is called a nematode.
Oh, you know what else? Do you remember the bully? How
Yeah.
ugly the bully was? He was green.
Yeah. Roger Klotz.
Klotz. I didn't remember how you pronounced his last name. Roger M. Klotz.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a question real quick.
Okay.
You said you had 2 lists. What was that first list?
Kids I like, I mean,
Shows you like when you were a kid.
yes.
Okay. Go continue then with your second list.
Okay, my second list, you're gonna understand why I had to do it. Because there is a lot to be said about cartoons nowadays. And so these are the top 3 that I like to watch with my kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. This is
So
why I wanted to go after you.
okay. So my first one, number 3, Mickey Mouse shorts. Now, at first, when I first came across Mickey Mouse shorts, I put on YouTube. We were somewhere with Oliver. He was young. I pulled up YouTube Mickey Mouse. This came up. I started letting him watch it because it's just Mickey Mouse, right?
This
Well,
ain't your mama's Mickey Mouse.
yeah. It has all the same characters like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto, plus like cameos by several other characters. But Mickey is so high strung and he panics about everything. And Goofy is so dumb and like gross.
It's animated in a not dissimilar style to like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. That's a
Comparison.
good comparison, yeah. Oh, and I also wanted to say earlier, let me go back to my last list. Doug is like our age, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like when we were young.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Because I felt like watching that movie with Oliver that there was a lot of similarities. Anyway,
Mhm.
back to Mickey. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone like under 4, even though 4 is still kind of young. Like I feel like this is like preteen age Mickey Mouse. They're like 4 to 6 minutes long. We do let Simon watch it, even though he's 4, because I mean he's kind of exposed to more stuff than Oliver was because he has an older brother. Anyway, like Mickey ends up in so many different predicaments, and it's funny how he gets himself out of them. My favorite one to watch with Simon specifically is one called Our Homespun Melody. And Mickey sings a song with his little pet piggy, and they end up getting famous, and people would come from everywhere to hear his pig singing in a high pitched tone. But one day their pig grows up, and while they're in the middle of a performance, the pig ends up having a deep voice, and everyone starts throwing vegetables at them. Anyway, then Mickey tries to figure out, which is really funny about it. He tries to figure out all these kinds of ways to help him get his high pitched voice back, and then one day he realizes that his pig can now sing in a beautiful baritone voice, and they become famous again. And everybody loves them. Anyway, there's a million little episodes. It's worth the watch.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse Shorts. I'm sure Disney Plus has it, but
Yep,
you
it's
can
on.
do a quick search on
It's
YouTube.
just called Disney Mickey Mouse from 2013 to 2018. It has 5 seasons.
Okay. Number 2. Sorry, that was long-winded, guys, but I get excited about stuff about my kids, you know.
It's okay.
Number 2, Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppies is on Nickelodeon. It's probably canceled if I had to guess now. They like that is something about cartoons now. I feel like they're kind of quick.
Well, you got to think like a lot of the stuff that we watched when we were kids, like the Jetsons or the Flintstones and stuff like that, was from the 60s and had been canceled for 30 years, and they were just playing reruns of the same 2 seasons.
That's
And
true.
we just didn't realize that it was the same 2 seasons we were watching.
According to a quick Google search, Nickelodeon set to premiere the final 2 episodes of the network's beloved CG animated preschool series Bubble Guppies on Friday, June 30th, 2023.
Oh, damn.
So
It is
it's over.
All right.
Good.
So anyway, it's about a school of fish going to literal school. Are they mermaids? Do we know?
They are mermaids, yes.
Okay.
Well, they're mer people.
Okay, hands down, they have the best music. And their teacher, Mr. Grouper, is the greatest rapper. And you learn about science and math and literacy through musical numbers. And there's one song, at least one song, that's repeated every episode. And that's when Mr. Grouper takes the class, what? Outside.
Outside.
Outside,
Outside.
outside,
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 everybody
everybody
outside.
outside.
Yep, line up, line up. Okay. And number one, I feel like this.
One moment, please. I'd like to cut in.
Okay.
While I was furloughed during COVID and home with the kids for 4 months, we watched a lot of cartoons. And I, one day, out of madness and boredom, went on Facebook and wrote like a big write up of my rankings of all the kids shows that we had been watching and which ones were hot trash, Paw Patrol, and which ones were really
remember
good.
that.
And the number one
Mhm.
really good one was Bubble Guppies.
I remember
Continue.
that.
Also, Fancy Nancy.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, I say number one. I feel like this goes without saying, and I feel like a lot of parents would agree with me. But Bluey.
Bluey.
It's another show. He's clapping. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah.
Another show that is just like a beautiful show. It's made for the kids, but parents can enjoy it. We love singing as a family the intro theme all together, and there isn't a single person in this house that doesn't love that show.
Simon is the cutest
What?
when he's singing that song.
Oh yeah, when
Simon's
he
the
says it.
cutest.
Sometimes he like it just depends on what mood he's in. Sometimes he just sings it real cute, which is
Yeah.
like sometimes he'll sing the music. Sometimes he just says, "Mom, Dad." But other times he's like, "Mom."
I love it.
And I just want to put a quick little note in there that about how I once read that the creator of the show said that he made a children's show that was actually a love letter to parents everywhere. And I'm obviously paraphrasing there.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's my list. A quick recap for me: 3 Looney Tunes, 2 Inspector Gadget, 1 Doug. And then with my kids, 3 Mickey Mouse shorts, 2 Bubble Guppies, and 1 Bluey.
I like it.
Very nice.
All right.
Very nice.
One more quick aside before I get started. Our homespun melody is episode 12 of season 5 of that Mickey Mouse show, if anybody wants to watch that. Okay, so first I'm going to go through my honorable mentions because I had my 1 and 2 were very easy for me. My 3, I went back and forth a lot. I eventually settled on my first instinct, although 2 of my honorable mentions could very easily have been number 3. I think the other 2 are a little lower than that. But so Teen Titans is one of my honorable mentions. It features my favorite Robin. It builds upon what Batman the Animated Series did before it. It's gorgeously animated and it ended way too soon. But I really love the original Teen Titans. I was one of the many who was mad about what they did with Teen Titans Go, but I think that show is actually fine now. Like they kind of grew into it. It's not quite the zany nonsense it was before. My next honorable mention is Samurai Jack. It is gorgeous, inventive, thought-provoking, and it's a very brave show. Like they did a bunch of stuff that I've never seen TV shows do at that time, much less cartoons.
Who airs that?
It was on Cartoon Network.
Okay. Yeah.
I love it. Like they have several episodes that are completely, there's no dialogue whatsoever. It's just action noises and music and like, emotions on the characters' faces and stuff like that. It's really well done. Also, the theme song is done by Will I Am. And the creator has one of the best names of all time. His name is Gendy Tartakovsky. And who you may know, he also created the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, and the Hotel Transylvania movies. And then these last 2 honorable mentions could have been my number 3 choice. What?
I have something to add. Lyle actually made me sit and watch all of Samurai Jack, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. And I commented several times about the artwork in it because it was
It's simple.
Simple shapes. Yeah, like simple shapes, but I don't know. It really was beautiful. Anyway, carry on.
Okay. So my next honorable mention is Bluey.
Aw.
Could have been my number 3. I really thought about making it my number 3, but it's easily the best small children's cartoon I've ever seen. It's fun. It's funny. It teaches emotional lessons. Whereas like something like Little Einsteins, Bubble Guppies, Number Blocks teach like core math, art, history, science, stuff like that. Bluey's more focused on like teaching them how to be patient and make their own fun and play like by themselves and not need a parent all the time, stuff like that. It has good music. It's well animated, which is a big plus for me in children's shows. Like that's one of the worst things about Paw Patrol. It's animated so badly. And I'm not tired of it after the kids literally running through it like 30 to 50 times. And I'm not talking 30 to 50 episodes. I'm talking 150 episodes 30 plus times. Like they watch it over and over and I'm still not tired of it. So that's pretty.
Yeah, they've gotten to like where they notice like the small details in
Easter eggs, Oliver calls them.
What?
Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, Easter eggs, but he doesn't really understand that yet. But they notice small details like Simon one day was rewinding one of the episodes. It's where they're in a grocery store and Bingo throws some chips out of the basket. And we laughed and laughed and laughed. I, of course, was laughing at him laughing, but he was just getting the biggest kick out of that. He was like, "We have to watch it again, mommy." Like, it's just fun.
And my final honorable mention is Full Metal Alchemist. This is what Game of Thrones could have been if it had a satisfying ending. It has deeply complex political machinations, corrupt military-industrial complex, suffering citizens and refugees, magical teenagers, and the physical manifestations of humanity's failings in living versions of the 7 deadly sins. There's 2 versions. There's the original one and then another one called Brotherhood. I like the original one better. Basically, everyone else on Earth likes Brotherhood better. This is another one that I was making Aaron watch, and we got like 25 episodes in maybe, and then whatever we were watching it on took it off, and I haven't been able to track it down again. So
yeah, and we were trying to watch that when we were going through a lot of transitional periods just in life, like kind of where I started almost taking on a second job with the cookies I do on the side and stuff. So it was hard to find the time.
We had moved not that long ago. Okay, so now my number 3 is Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Rash chicken.
Okay, yeah. So I wrote some stuff. I'm gonna basically read what I wrote, so
Okay.
because I didn't want to forget anything. But basically, this is one of the silliest and most nonsensical shows in the early day catalogs of Adult Swim. They obviously went crazier after that, but we follow the tales of our 3 heroes, the Aqua Teen's Hunger Force, Frylock, Master Shake, and Meat Wad, living foods who just happen to coexist with normal humans, aliens, and monsters. Show's utter nonsense, but it's so funny. I still laugh at stuff. I just think about stuff in that show. I don't know anything about the like season 7 through 12. I know the first 6 seasons pretty well, but it was just so funny. It has so many pop culture references that specifically appealed to my friends and I. We still quote it to this day. Like one of my friends and I will still quote Aqua Teen to each other just randomly. Nobody knows what we're talking about, but we know. So that's good enough. So get your foreigner belt because you don't need no instructions to know how to rock. Prepare yourself for your lung tat, cook up a hearty helping of taco pie, and prepare yourself for an extremely long story. Whatever you do, though, don't piss off Mr. Mister. And then my number 2, I mentioned in my honorable mentions, is Batman, the animated series. What a show. I don't know if y'all watched this or not. This was on in the 90s.
No, I never really got into Batman.
Okay.
I'm sure I've seen some.
My
being
interest
in the
in
90s,
Batman does not exist without this show. It brought us out of the nonsense, like the 60s live action show and the silly and old Super Friends, which was called Justice League. Or no, it was called Super Friends, but it's about the Justice League cartoon from the 70s into the modern gritty world of Batman. It's like a film noir version of Batman. So it's, like a detective drama with like a lot of dark themes and tones, and it's kind of sad and menacing. But it stretched out into an episodic TV series. The show was dark, heroic, and interesting. It brought us the voice of Batman. And if anybody disagrees, you are wrong. Kevin Conroy is Batman, and that's the bottom line. The definitive versions of many of the core Rogues Gallery, which we still see to this day, like if you look at the Arkham Asylum video game series, a lot of those versions are based off of the animated series, and they use Kevin Conroy's voice, as well as Mark Hamill as the Joker, who is, again, one of, if not the best Joker. I'm willing to take disagreements on that, just not Batman. It led to more shows like Teen Titans, the Justice League show, Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, more beyond that I don't even know about. Those are the ones I watched. But those are all also very good shows. But it also introduced us to a lot of iconic stuff from Batman lore, like for the first time ever. Like this stuff did not come from the comics or the movies. It was in the animated series first, which like there was the show Heart of Ice, which I believe won an Emmy. If not, it was nominated for an Emmy, which that is the backstory of Mr. Freeze and how his wife was terminally ill. So he froze her to try and find a cure, but you know, she dies. He becomes a supervillain. That did not exist before the animated series. He was just like a goofy guy that was weak to temperatures or something. It introduced us to Renee Montoya, who's a key Gotham cop who later became a detective. And she's still relevant today in stuff like Birds of Prey, which is a movie that just came out like a couple years ago. And Harley Quinn's first appearance ever was in the animated series. So if you ever look at a Harley Quinn novel, comic book, movie, it will attribute credit to the creators of the animated TV show because that's where she came from. And then my number one, it's Cowboy Bebop. Duh. It's my number one cartoon. It's my number one TV show. That's pretty obvious for me. Like I'm Spiegel everywhere on the internet. Like if you're looking on any platform, if you search Spiegel 22, it's probably me. I was a casual anime watcher before this show. Like I watched some Dragon Ball Z, some Pokemon, whatever was on in the afternoon, and Toonami, some random stuff that was on Adult Swim. But I wasn't like really into anime yet. Like I was like, oh, this is cool. Like my cousin and I watch Dragon Ball Z in the afternoon. But
So wait, you kind of just blew by something there a second ago that I don't know that I ever connected the dots. Spiegel is in some way related to Cowboy Bebop?
yeah, the main character's name is Spike Spiegel. That's his last name.
Oh, okay. I don't know that you made that clear. I didn't know that.
Yep. And it's
Interesting.
also a German word, and I knew that because there's a magazine called Der Spiegel. And I did not ever look up the German word until probably last year. I was on Twitch and I was in somebody's channel and somebody saw my name and they said, "Are you German?" And I was like, "No." And I know this is a German word, but I don't know what it means. So they finally clued me in on what it means. It means mirror.
Oh,
But that's
Interesting.
Spike's last name is Spiegel.
okay.
Now, the first
I'll learn
episode
something.
that I ever saw of Cowboy Bebop was the last episode of the series. I was at my dad's house on the weekend, and I would lay in my room, put Adult Swim on at night, and like do whatever, read or watch it or whatever.
Use your glass dildo.
No,
Full circle. That's what we call that.
So the last episode was the first one I ever saw, and my mind was blown. I didn't know what was going on or why, but the spectacle of it all was outrageous. The drama, the action, the music, the bittersweetness of it all. Like I was entranced. And the way Adult Swim used to work is they would play a series like Full Metal Alchemist or Cowboy Bebop or whatever. They would play episodes 1 through 26 in Cowboy Bebop's case, and then the next night would be episode 1 again. And they would play 1 through 26, and then the next night would be episode 1 again. So the next night, so I just started watching it from there. I watched the last episode and then all of them. And it's only 26 episodes long, so this masterpiece of a show is quick and easy to watch for anyone who you can convince to watch it, and everyone should. Like, it's literally 26 24-minute episodes. Like, how long is that? 624 minutes. That's less than 10 and a half hours. That's a 1 day of binging. You could easily watch it in a weekend or a week. And yeah, it's just super, super good. It's for anyone who doesn't know, it's about a pair of bounty hunters in space. They're in our solar system, so it's not like deep space or anything like that. And it's the future, obviously, because there's just like pretty common space travel and stuff like that. But it's kind of it's a space western. It's a western in space, basically. It's kind of run down. Everything's rickety and rusty and very gloomy, and but also bright in technology and stuff like that. The first probably half of the show, like of the first 16 episodes, probably 12 of them are just like standalone episodes. They have stuff that carries forward, but they're not really into the whole story. But then after the midway point, it kind of gets into like a groove and runs like builds and builds to the end. It's so good. It's so good.
Fun fact, they made a board game out of the show. Lyle owns it, and we've played it. Hard to believe,
There's
I know.
at least 3 board games, actually. I only have one. But yeah, it's I love Cowboy Bebop. I love the show. I love the music. It's not one of the few, because I prefer, like, so Toby was predicting I was going to have a bunch of anime they'd never heard of on my list. I generally prefer to watch the English dub of anime shows. Like, there's a lot of people who prefer it in the original Japanese, right? I'm not that type of a person unless it's super bad. But Cowboy Bebop is super good. It has a very excellent English voice cast, and it's objectively better than the Japanese version, and the Japanese people think so too. So
I didn't even know that it wasn't originally in English.
yeah, it's good.
So
and
it's
also,
animated to be Japanese?
yeah.
Wow.
I don't like jazz necessarily because it's a lot of like noodling around and nonsense. Like, like if you go to a jazz show, it's not like any set songs. They just kind of play.
Not to offend our jazz lovers that are listening.
Right. But I love all of the jazz. So Cowboy Bebop is built around jazz. A lot of the episodes are musically titled and stuff like that. And yeah, I love all the jazz in Cowboy Bebop. And
Fun fact, we used to put the soundtrack on the phone and put it on my belly when I was pregnant with Oliver to see if he would like kick around and stuff.
So yeah, so there's my overly enthusiastic rundown.
Yes, and it goes without saying that he's made me watch some of it. And it is good. It is really good.
We need to finish. I don't think we've ever gotten past like episodes, because we try to watch TV shows, y'all, and like
Life
start,
happens.
yeah, like one night the kids don't go to sleep until 10 o'clock, and then we still have to do the dishes or the laundry or whatever, so we can't watch an episode that night, and then I stream the next night, and then Aaron has cookies the next night, and then it's been 15 days since we've watched the last episode. So like, people are like, oh yeah, I watched 2 seasons of this show this weekend, and we're like, oh, we watched 4 episodes in the past 3 months, so we're on a steady pace over here. But yeah, so anyway, I don't think we've ever gotten past episode like 12 or 13. I think if we watch it again, once we get to the second, like, I like all of the episodes, and I do think the first half is important, and it does build up into the second half. But once you get into the second half, that's when it's like a freight train to the end of the show. Now, Toby, you have to watch it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna add that to the list of things. It's gonna go in the bottom of the list that Aaron already has for me, though. I must have warned you.
Yeah, last time I was at his house, we made a list when we went through the 2,000 movies he has. And he hasn't watched a single one.
Not yet.
And just so y'all know, this was my I had hand surgery or thumb surgery, really. And this was my follow-up appointment to that thumb surgery. This wound is fully healed. My hand works perfectly. My thumb works perfectly.
Oh gosh.
However, apparently Toby's doesn't, because he ain't pressed play on none of the movies I told him to watch.
Got his ass.
Nice. All right. Well, we're running a little long, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. We want to thank everybody for listening, for hanging out with us. We really are having so much fun planning these out and recording these. Oh, by the way, we've decided that we are going to be releasing an episode every other week for now. So be on the lookout for the next episode every other Wednesday. We hope you guys enjoyed our 20 question shenanigans. And don't forget, on our next episode, we're going to give you some non-conspiracy theory facts about letter grade E. Can't wait to research that.
I mean, I already gave you the real truth, but what the government wants you to think is the real truth. What we'll do. time.
Oh, and next week for our top 3 lists, we're going to do favorite places you visited. All right, well, that's a wrap for this episode. We'll see you guys in about 2 weeks. Thanks for joining.
Bye bye.